everybody, I'm Sarah and I'm a recorder player. So I was on Facebook this week and one of my friends shared a picture of these guitar finger covers with a comment like, "This looks terrible." That is from wish.com, which is that website selling all of those weird things that you never knew you needed at suspiciously cheap prices. This got me thinking, I wonder if wish.com sells recorders. And viewer, they do. So I thought I would head on over to Wish, get some of these recorders that they have on offer and try them out for you. Who knows, maybe we'll find like this $1 amazing instrument. Wish, I'm having a bit of a scroll already. I'm seeing a few instruments, a live violin, props for performance. Right, here we go. Plastic instrument, musical soprano, recorder, long flute, 8-hole for €2, and it comes in 5 different colours. If I zoom in on the mouthpiece here, it definitely looks a little bit basic. Perfect for music amateur and professional person. In the customer reviews, 5 stars from Jess, super sturdy and looks great on my keychain. What? 5 stars from Kirk. My grandson broke it in a matter of days. He loved it. Okay, that's the first one in the basket. €7. This is expensive. It's called the GIF Suzuki SRG-405 detachable soprano recorder German style, 8 holes, key of G. Really? I can't really tell from this picture, but is that Michaela Petri playing a Mollenhauer modern recorder with a theorbo? Okay, setting the standard high. Perfect gift, send to your children and friends. And here we have a wooden recorder, the Eastar baroque maple wood soprano recorder. Eastar, I don't know Eastar instruments. Do any of you know Eastar instruments? I'll be honest, looking at this photo of the mouthpiece, it doesn't look very refined. It says extremely suitable for solo and studio recording. If this is true for €22, I am, yeah. There's quite a few more, so I think I'm just gonna shove them in the basket. €8. It says the original price is €62 for a one-piece plastic recorder. This looks quite nice. 3 parts. It's the SWAN Germany recorder, 8-hole soprano recorder, student beginner flute, but it says it's high quality. It looks like it's also baroque fingering, so I'm going to put that in there. It only comes in one, well, it says black, but that's brown, but does not matter at this stage. Profissional wood musical instruments, clarinet. This is not a clarinet. Hanging ring can be hung on the neck in order to prevent clarinet dropping and broken. This is not a clarinet. This is the original price is €272. We have a wooden body and a plastic head joint. I'm also loving this little Photoshop. This boy is holding up this giant log of a recorder. It's only in German style. Why all this German style? Why? Officially licensed Trolls flute recorder. Now I take great umbrage at the fact that this is €28. This thing looks like it's worth about 50 cents. That is not going in the basket. Sorry. Professional baroque alto 8-hole recorder, F key, English style. I think that means baroque. I think it's nice to have a couple of altos to compare, so I'm gonna put this one in the basket along with our wooden one. I am overwhelmed. Okay, this got expensive really quickly, partly because you have to pay separate shipping on every item. Am I ready? Yes. Am I gonna regret this? Also, yes. Fast forward to December and finally all of my recorders have arrived. Here they are, all 9 recorders, and that only took 7 weeks. I've left them in their packaging so that it's a total surprise and I can't wait to start playing them. Are we ready? So, Oh god. Looking at my list, I think this must be the one that cost €1.90, plastic instrument musical soprano. Looking at it, it's extremely thin plastic, kind of very crudely moulded in one piece. Oh, apart from this, which apparently comes off, it's got some kind of like sharp edges down here, and I'm also seeing a nice big fat nick in the labium here, so I think I'm actually impressed. It doesn't sound anything like a recorder. It's a completely different instrument, but what it is quite pleasant. I can imagine if I was using it in some kind of electronic or theatrical or improvisation setting, this could be really nice. Okay, for €1.90, I'm putting this in my success pile. Surprise success. Let's try this one. Ooh, actually packaged in foam, very secure. Ooh, and so this is the Suzuki Soprano. This looks like a recorder. It's in 3 pieces. Ugh. I will never get used to German fingering. It's alright, it's basically a cheap plastic recorder. There's not a whole lot going for it. Positive points, the notes speak very nicely. Negative points, you can't push the sound very much before it breaks. And it does have that very tinny, plasticky quality. The sound is a bit but for me, the Suzuki one, I'm going to put in the no thank you pile. Let's do an alto, shall we? I'm assuming the one in here is an alto. Ooh. This is the €25 Profissional Baroque Alto 8 holes. Very nice case for a start. And within the case, the alto is wrapped in more plastic. I obviously should not be complaining about plastic since I ordered 9 recorders that all arrived separately. This actually looks really nice. Kind of a bulbous little foot here. That's all right. The sound isn't bad. It's a little bit thin, but overall quite pleasant. The thing that's bugging me is the tuning. It's really out. Those very low notes are often a little bit high on recorders, but this is really like, ugh. Oh, I had hoped for better from this one. Let's try in here, shall we? In this box, we actually have 2 recorders. Let's go for the alto first to compare it with the one before. A nice case with some faux leather detailing. My first thought is this a sling? Like to support it around your neck? That's very nice, but this is an alto. Inside the wooden body of the alto, we have a very attractive, fluffy cleaning, fluffy stick. First impressions, this looks and feels very nice. A nice finish. Funny kind of curved bottom of the recorder here. Should have put some cork grease on here. Ooh, €33, and it's a very passable wooden alto. I immediately notice you can blow a lot. Oh yeah. Just to compare with the other alto, which I did not like. It almost blows more like a Renaissance recorder because you can blow so much. Nice big sound, pretty well in tune, responds well, doesn't have the most refined tone, obviously, but for 33 euros, oh my god. Let's try the corresponding Soprano recorder. They only had this in German style and it does have a plastic head joint. It was 19 euros. I'm not expecting the same. Ooh. I'm struck again by the very nice finish. It's smooth and it's well done. Let's see how it sounds. It's quite similar in tone again to this one. Oh no, wait, what? What is happening? I'm just going to compare these with my Aulos Soprano. My blue €1.90 recorder is in 466 Renaissance pitch. Wow, what's happening? I didn't even check the pictures. Ooh, it's not like a refined baroque tone. It's more like and I really like it. It's such a shame it's German fingering. If this was baroque fingering, I would find a lot of uses for this recorder. Beautiful. This is the 8 holes plastic clarinet soprano. Oh, I just had to click the block back into place. That's interesting. I'm a bit concerned about that old block. I'm just going to try and knock it out to see if I can. Oh, yes, OMG. The whole plastic block comes out. It's quite rare that you see a plastic recorder where the block can come out. Let's give it a play, shall we? Ooh, it's a really muffled sound. I feel like I'm listening to it like this with my hands over my ears. I want to try an experiment, seeing as we have a movable block. Let's move it. Let's see if changing the position of the block changes the sound. So now I've moved the block out maybe a millimetre. Ooh, a lot more airy. This could be a nice effect. Okay, I mean, it was €4. I don't rate it as an instrument, but if you want to create some really cool sound effects for contemporary music, for example, or if you want to have a very breathy sound, you could experiment with moving the block around. All right, we're getting there. Okay, this was €9. It's by SWAN and it's called a high quality Germany style. Again with the German style recorders, why did I buy so many? Nicely put together. Ooh, pre-greased. Okay, for one thing, it's actually baroque fingering, not German. It has a very classical sound, quite nice actually. The sound is a little bit more shrill and thin, but overall for €9, this is not a bad instrument. I would still probably not recommend this as the one to go for, but it's not bad. This is my €8 Soprano recorder long flute from the store Hi Fun in red. Ooh, velvet. I'm inspired to check all of these blocks now. No, this one doesn't come out. It looks a bit more rough and ready than some of the others I've tried. I mean, not a bad tone. It's out of tune and I don't like the German fingering, but which brings me to the last package. So this is the Eastar ERS-31BM Baroque in Maple. It was €22. I have high hopes. If this is a nice wooden recorder for $22. All right, wooden. On the inside, it's a little bit rough. I'm seeing some kind of wood shavings. It's kind of very thick and squat head joint. Let's give it a try, shall we? Quick comparison with the old Aulos. I'm pleasantly surprised. It has a big sound like this one, but the sound is actually a lot more pleasant and refined. There's a slight roughness to the sound, which I think comes from the inside not being finished very smoothly. If I'm being very picky, in the high register there is this extra undercurrent of air. Okay, so let's rank these recorders a bit. In the pile of maybe not, we have these. I can't remember anymore, but I think the tuning was a bit off. The sound wasn't quite so nice. In the, oh, actually, I liked this with these two wooden instruments, the alto and the soprano. Honourable mentions. First, we have this bizarre €1.90 plastic toy that's tuned a semitone higher than a normal soprano recorder, but undoubtedly you could do something cool with this. And this recorder for its movable block in case you really want to get into some very strange sound colours. I miss this one, but it's in the nah. So these were my recorders from Wish. On the whole, I am extremely pleasantly surprised. To be honest, I had expected a much higher ratio of instruments that were just obviously shitty plastic toys. We only have one of them and it's actually sounding quite cool. I'm not sure that I would recommend any of these over, for example, a Yamaha or an Aulos or a Xenon, the much more established recorder brands. If you do already play any of these brands, please let me know and share your experiences below. As always, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking on my face down here in the corner. Down here is the Team Recorder Patreon where you can choose to support the channel, and up here is a video on the plastic instruments I really recommend you to buy. Oh my god, I really sound like I've got a cold, which I have. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye!